the big day of championship wrestling, David.
We're going to open with a brand new team in here. Paul Diamond and Michael Lee. It'll be our first look at them on championship wrestling. A little bit later, the Dutchman, Dutch Mantell, will be here wrestling in a single match. We will have Dundee and Landell as a tag team. Later on, it'll be the Mod Squad, and Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers, the Fantastics, are here today.
Yes, sir. We'll be hearing from the French-Canadian Joe LeDuc. In addition to that, we'll have a tape of some of the highlights of what happened in an international heavyweight championship match. That and a bunch more. We're going to take time out. Be back with the action in just a moment. Yeah, we're about ready to go. Okay, opening bout coming up there. We've got Benny Traylor and the Masked Patriot ready. Okay, Dave, how about the official introduction?
I think we're ready for a one-fall 15-minute time limit match here. Introducing at a total weight of 420 pounds out of Mississippi, Jerry Garman and his partner from parts unknown, the Masked Patriot. Going against him at a total of 445 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee, Michael Lee. And from Tampa, Florida, Paul Diamond. This match will be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referees Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, David, I gave you the raw. The team was so used to seeing Garman and Traylor together. Benny Traylor is the representative in the ring right now. And Diamond on a switch. Hip toss, nice move. Youngster, first time we've seen him out of Tampa, Florida. Going against Benny Traylor, who's paired up with the Masked Patriot today. And Paul Diamond's partner is Michael Lee, wrestling out of Memphis, Tennessee. Traylor, underneath that time, and look at that Diamond move. Hey, good-looking young fellow.
Sure is. He makes the tag. Michael Lee coming in. Michael Lee, good size on him.
Takes him with a fireman's carry, toss over and down, drops on the arm, and then goes into a bar as Benny Traylor getting off to a very rough start here as the new and young team of Diamond and Lee doing very well.
Benny Traylor not having much luck today as things have been going so far. He's over to the corner and makes the tag on the Masked Patriot. The Patriot, all decked out in red, white, and blue under the mask. Michael Lee. And with a drop kick. Patriot down on the mat. Michael Lee working on the shoulder and upper arm.
Ooh, referee Jerry Calhoun saying, get your hand out of the hair. And there's a tag on Paul Diamond. Diamond is the official member, but Michael Lee put Patriot down after he had been popped into the ropes. Dropping with a leg. Big one. There's a cover one. And he kicks out, does the Patriot at the count of 2.
Nice move by Paul Diamond.
Look at that.
Rolling over. Yeah, 1, 2. He got him.
Very impressive moves by Lee and Paul Diamond. He grapevine that leg and kind of side suplexed him back down. Rolled him right up, and a nice move into a 1, 2, 3, David.
Just a couple of minutes the time on it there. And nice win for Paul Diamond and Michael Lee.
Yes, and so the Patriot and Benny Traylor will have to go back to the drawing board and see what will be happening. Had a big international heavyweight championship match that took place between Rick Casey and Abdul Gaddafi. I want to show you some of the highlights of it right now. And pay particular attention to the end of it and what happens to Rick Casey. We'll have some comments in just a second. One fall, 60 minutes in time. International heavyweight title match. Challenging, wrestling out of Libya, Abdul Gaddafi. His opponent, San Antonio, Texas international champion, Rick Casey. That's the reason why Casey is able to hold on to that title the way he's been able to. And Casey down. Beautiful drop kick. Oh, how quick. Did you see that right foot go up and nail him right in the mouth? Casey backed into the turnbuckles. There's that clubbing with those telephone pole arms of his. Reversal! Nice backdrop! Gaddafi may try. No, he's going to try to throw him. He does. Shoulder puts him down. Goes underneath. Hooks that arm and puts him over and down. Beautiful move by the champion. And Rick has been able to stay out of the way, but all but one burst of energy. And the shoulder puts Gaddafi down. He caught him. Drops him on that top rope. Faced Casey straight on and bear hugged him as he came off the ropes. And that started it. A slam from the second rope. Going for the elbow. Catches him. An elbow. Casey needs to avoid any of those really severe ones. Oh, he just got out of that one until he can get his strength back. Oh, yeah. He is ready. Rick Casey. Challenger slams him into the turnbuckle. And Casey avoiding those two big elbows. Very important move by Rick. Gaddafi claws at the eyes. Move of a desperate man. Slips him. Shoulder puts Gaddafi down. And right into the ropes with Casey hung up. Gaddafi hanging on the other side, trying to get his breath back. The referee trying to get Casey out of the ropes. Gaddafi throws him back in. Drops with an elbow. Rick is hurt. What else with that hit? Oh, 1, 2. He got him. A stunning upset as Abdul Gaddafi pins Rick Casey and is the new international heavyweight winner. Yeah, we got a new international heavyweight champion, Abdul Gaddafi. Big son of a gun, goes in over 280 pounds. To answer the question, we've had a lot of questions since that time. Rick's neck was a couple of vertebrae screwed up in there. He is not going to be wrestling for a while. And I appreciate all the folks who have been wondering about Rick. And thank you also for the flowers, and Rick will get them. You can bet on that. Hey, we also want to right now take an opportunity to listen to Billy Travis and Frank Morrell. Billy has got, by the way, a match coming up with Gaddafi for the international title. Let's see what they had to say.
Eddie Marlins asked me, Billy here was to have an interview. As you people know, Billy here is a little bit shy, but that's nothing wrong, Billy. You'll get over that. You overcome it. As Billy and I, you people know, we hadn't been together but a few weeks, but I was just looking back. It was yesterday. on our win and loss record. When I first got with Billy, I think his was around 20%. And I was looking at it up to date yesterday, it was about 60%. And I got to looking myself. I think being around this young man right here has helped me out a lot, because mine wasn't with the 30%. So I guess it's got me thinking young. It's got me a drive. And I told Billy, I says, Billy, there's a chance now for you to become a world champion. You say you want to be one. Now this Gaddafi, you people know that he didn't beat Casey. He just got lucky. But I'm not saying that Billy either can go out and whip the world champion or Bill Dundee or Jerry Lawler or somebody like that. There's no need for me to stand up here and lie to y'all, because y'all know that Billy'd probably be lucky if he lasts 10 minutes. But that's beside the point, Billy. Everybody had to start. And this man right here is where you can get your roots. This is your start. Ric Flair started with a local belt. Now, this is a local belt for you. You've got your chance. I want you to get in there, do everything I've told you. Keep that mind. That mind's where it's at. Keep that mind straight. And if this big guy, I told you, and you people know, it was very lucky. He couldn't whip Casey. It was luck. And, Billy, here's your chance. Get you a belt. Get that belt. I know you can whip him. Now, I know you're a little nervous and everything, but you tell these people in your own ways what you think about
Frank,
how you're going to do it.
I think I can beat Gaddafi, whatever his name is, because I think my time has come.
Well, that was an inspiring interview.
Okay, Channel 7's Championship Wrestling will be back in the ring in just a moment. I got some big news to talk about. Where? Evansville, Wednesday night, Coliseum. And, brother, I mean a full card that will include an AWA Southern Tag Championship match. J.D. Costello, Badlands of New Orleans, done a lot of talking. Going to try to take it away from these gentlemen right here.
Well, you know, J.D. Costello, like we said in the Mod Squad, have made a lot of promises and a lot of threats and ridiculed a lot of people around here, brother. But let me tell you something right now. When you start knocking the people around here, you're walking on the fighting side of the Fantastics. Mod Squad, it's only the beginning, brother, and it's going to be a hot summer around here. If you think you're just going to walk in, pick up these belts, and walk out easily, you're definitely wrong. And Wednesday night, brother, you better be prepared to fight for your life, because that's what we are going to do when we get in that squared circle in Evansville.
First thing he tried to do was buy him off. No, that didn't work. Going to have to fight for him, my friend. And when you start talking about fight, one of the premier names that comes up is Dirty Dutch Mantell. Big return right there in Evansville at the Coliseum. You and Jerry against Dundee and Landell.
That's right. Me and the King are coming back. And we're coming back with a purpose in mind. I don't think it's any big secret that when you hurt 18-year-old kids and beat them up, baby, it don't get over with me. Because it don't make you a big man in my eyes. And when you take a man down like you did Jerry and try to rip his eyeball out, no, that's not the way to do it, guys. But I'm going to tell you, me and the King, we got a purpose. We want to put you guys in the hospital, because the only thing Dundee and Landell understand is sheer brute force. Amen. And me and the King, we're lined up, baby. The more things change, the more they stay the same, Dundee. And I listened to your dribble for a couple of months, and I ain't listened to it no more. You might tell that Landell what to do, but you ain't telling me what to do. And I know you don't tell the King what to do. So when we show up in Evansville, baby, you better be prepared for the fight of your life. You're not going to see a wrestling match, and I'm talking to the fans now. You're going to see a fight, and, baby, if anybody can do it, I can do it, and I know Jerry Lawler can do it, because we're the best at what we do. Dundee and Landell, we're coming straight for you. Not right, not left. See you in Evansville.
Climbing in the ring right there is Keith Eric. This match is going to be one fall, 15-minute time limit. Introducing from Memphis, Tennessee at 206 pounds, Keith Eric, and going against him from Oil Trough, Texas at 229 pounds, Dutch Mantell. This match one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referees Jerry Calhoun.
Bill time, and we're off and running. The Dutchman with Keith Eric. And I'm not sure I'd like to be in Keith Eric's shoes right now.
I was just thinking that same thing. Dutch Mantell pulled him back to the corner, fires him across the way into the turnbuckles. The Dutchman, boy, he always comes to wrestle, but sometimes he comes with things on his mind. And today is one of those days. He slammed Eric down to the mat.
Just things like you just saw right there, side headlock, and the way he roughed him around. Dutch will do that to you, brother. Everything, when he goes in and just locks up, man, it'll hurt because he'll grab you and hurt you.
Slide the boot off the side of the face. That doesn't feel too good either. Dutch got a handful of hair. Referee warning him about it. He's used the hair a couple of times, and this time Jerry Calhoun says, you're going to have to break the hold this time.
Dutch squared off with him, center of the ring. They tie it up, and this time Eric goes over the top, and Dutch reverses it. Down with that knee.
Shoulders down, count of 2. Eric able to get the right shoulder up, but he almost had him there. There's a 1 count. Dutch determined to hold him down to the mat. He doesn't have enough of his weight over that right shoulder, though. Eric's able to lift that shoulder. Slam. Big one by Dutch. Now he's got a 1 and a 2, but Keith Eric kicks out of it at the 2 count. Eric off the rope. Powered down to the mat by Mantell with that big arm. That rolls him over. Off the rope, drops down with the upper arm, and this
he's got it.
This got to be it. Count of 2 and 3. Not much way Eric could get up from that. Dutch had just really powered him down to the mat, and then he went for the rope for a little extra momentum as he dropped down. Victorious, you see him, Dutch Mantell, in 2 minutes, 6 seconds.
Dutch got hacked off that Eric kicked out on a couple of occasions when he thought he had him. He really got him then. Dutch Mantell, the winner in that particular one. We got some words right now from the King. Let's take a listen.
Hi, everybody. Well, before I get started on this interview, let me say first of all that there's nothing that I wanted more in the world than to be here live on television today and see all the wrestling fans and get a chance to thank everybody for being in attendance last week and talk to Lance and everybody. But as most of you know, I still have some commitments that were made before I was able to, before the situation occurred that I was able to come back here and wrestle full time. Some bookings, some places that I have to wrestle, that commitments that I just couldn't get out of, and today happens to be one of them. This being this showing on Saturday, I have to wrestle in another part of the country tonight, and so I'm having to do this interview a day early. Now, I do know one thing. I do know that Buddy Landell and Bill Dundee are in the studio live today, and I do know that they're going to hear every word I say, and I want you two jerks to listen. I want you to listen real good. Now, it's no secret to anybody that last week, the return of the King, I mean, it was overflow crowds. I haven't seen crowds like that in I don't know how long, and believe me, the electricity, the excitement that was in the air, oh boy, it was tremendous. And I want to thank each and every one of you people for being there, and I hope that I lived up to what I told you I was going to do, and believe me, I'm not through yet. Now, Dundee, you and Lantell, I just want to say this. I hate your stinking guts, and you know, my parents always brought me up saying, don't hate anybody. Because no matter how bad somebody seems, there's a little bit of good in them. There's some redeeming quality. But Dundee, you and Landell have to be the exceptions to the rule. There's not 1 ounce of good in either one of you stinking jerks. And you proved that last week. You showed your true colors. When you're out in the ring, right here on television, when you're in the ring wrestling, and there's a young kid, Jeff Jarrett, 18 years old, just out of high school, and he's trying to break into professional wrestling. He's starting out the only way he knows how, learning the ropes by being the referee. And everybody has to know that the kid's scared to death in there because he's in he's in an unfamiliar surrounding. He's trying to do the best job he can. And then Landell, you and Dundee have to take advantage of this kid and bust him up. Now, that takes real tough guys, doesn't it? That takes a real man to beat up a 17-year-old kid when you're an experienced professional wrestler. I hope you're real proud of yourselves. But that wasn't the worst of it. The worst of it was when Jerry Jarrett, Jeff's father, tries to come to his rescue, a man who everybody saw come right out here on television and explain about the disease that he had in his eyes, histoplasmosis, that cost him the complete vision of one eye and almost cost him the sight of his other eye. And then you two jerks, when you got him down, and it took two of you to do it, you go after that one good eye. And not only did you try to take away his sight, but you were taking away his manhood. Because you see, here was a father who's trying to come to the aid of his son, and you jerks showed him that he wasn't able to do that anymore. Well, let me tell you something. There's a word that you two idiots probably don't know the meaning of, and that word is friends. And Jerry Jarrett's got friends, brother, and I'm one of them. And a friend is a person who, when that person is hurting, his friend feels what he feels. And when I sat and watched on television and I saw Jerry Jarrett down there, and then I saw him have to go out in front of those people crying because he realized that he could no longer protect his son, that he realized that he wasn't the man that he used to be, I felt that. And all the hundreds of thousands of people, the other friends of his, felt that too. Well, let me tell you something, Dundee. I am his friend, and I'm going to do what he wasn't able to do. I'm going to come back for you. And this time, brother, there's not going to be anybody to pull me off of you. There's not going to be anybody to stop this match. You know, when Dutch won that last match, I was upset. I told the referee, no, don't stop it. Keep it going, because, Dundee, I wasn't finished with you. And believe me, I'm not finished with you. The king is coming back, brother. And I'm going to do to you what everybody is waiting for. I'm going to get rid of you once and for all. If you think last week was something, believe me, you ain't seen nothing yet. Because the people are waiting for it, Dundee. They are sick to death of you. They have had it up to here with you, and so have I. And I'm going to do something about it. When I get in the ring with you next time, Dundee, the king is back. And it's going to be all over for you and Landell.
Okay, 60 quick seconds of your time, my friend, to tell you about what is going to happen at Evansville Coliseum Wednesday night. I mean, the roof is coming off. Listen to the entire card. Excellent, tight card. Pat Rose against Frank Morrell. Joe LeDuc, the big French-Canadian, goes against a youngster from Florida, Paul Diamond. Be a good match. International heavyweight title bout. Abdul Gaddafi will be defending against Billy Travis. That'll be interesting. Southern tag title bout. The Fantastics, Tommy and Bobby, will be defending in the ring, not with conversation, against J.D. Costello's Mod Squad. And then stand by. The war returns Wednesday night. That's going to be Dirty Dutch Mantell, Jerry the King Lawler, going against Dundee and Landell. And believe me, when the Dutchman said a little while ago, it's not going to be a wrestling match, it's going to be a fight. That is precisely what you better be looking for when you come to the Coliseum. Get the entire family. Be down there Wednesday night. You don't want to miss it. Okay.
Got a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up here. Introducing, at a total of 451 pounds, out of Memphis, Tennessee, both of them, Jim Jamison and his partner David Haskins. Going against them at a total weight of 438 pounds. From Australia, the superstar Bill Dundee, and his partner from Los Angeles, the Nature Boy, Buddy Landell. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Well, here again, I feel sorry for Jamison, because he's caught with a fury that Dundee has going, and Dundee starts right out ripping him with the fist. Jim Jamison, David Haskins going against the rugged team of Landell and Bill Dundee. Dundee just opens right up, slamming away.
With a doubled-up fist. He's
with tape on it.
With tape on it, not even trying to hide it. He's just pounding him.
Yeah. these are the guys that, listen, Dundee will be the first one to talk to you about, oh, I came for a wrestling match. I wanted to do all of the wrestling. Oh, yeah, the go-behinds and all that. Forget that. Street fighting, that's exactly what he's best at. David Haskins takes a tag from Jim Jameson, and he comes in and catches the fury of Landell. There's a tag on Dundee. Billy.
Dundee going after Haskins much the same way he was Jim Jameson, just grabbing him by the throat and hitting him with a fist. Haskins down on the mat. Dundee jumps on him with a boot. Now Dundee back to the corner. Tag on Landell. Landell sets up with an upper arm as Haskins came off the rope. Drop kick.
Big drop kick from Landell. That's about the first wrestling move I've seen out of the two of them.
Yeah, you're right. Here's Dundee back in. Landell with a parting shot. Big broad arm across the back. Haskins down on the mat. Dundee yelling something at him. Jim Jameson over in the corner trying to cheer Haskins on. Landell in. Grabbed him with it looked like a headlock. He's got him in a somewhat of a headlock. Landell shoves him back to the corner, and the tag made on Jim Jameson. Jameson comes back in, and wow, was he staggered by Buddy Landell. Dundee smacks him with that taped right fist. Landell hits him once as he's leaving.
Ref, all they're doing is using a fist in there for crying out loud. Boy, it just gets you so hot. I feel just like all the fans that have written in about Dundee and Landell. They're trying to take things over. They just ruin a doggone good sport with the kind of attitude that they got. What happened to Dundee's eye, you know and I know he had it coming. And more.
Dundee hammers Jameson again. Jameson trying to make it over to the corner. Didn't quite get there for the tag on Haskins. 3.5 minutes gone, and most of it has been Dundee doing what he's doing right now. Right fist, one after another.
Jameson down on his face on the mat. Haskins just got knocked off the ring apron. Big slam. He just dumped him over all the way to the rope. Jameson is about out on his feet as Dundee takes a parting shot at him, leaving the ring. Oh, man.
Landell hit him with a chop. Wow.
Boy, Bill, you're really big deal.
Landell again hammering him.
Jim bleeding from the mouth. His face, he's out on his feet about. He's just been pounded to a pulp. As Dundee takes off again on him. Jameson down on his face. Oh, they're feeling real good about what's going on in there. 1, 2, 3.
Haskins went in to help Jameson, and he was drop kicked out of the ring by Landell. And now Dundee and Landell both grab him again. They've won the match. They beat him to a pulp, and that's not enough.
Come on, Jerry. Get it out.
Thrown down onto the floor.
Well, I'll tell you, when I said sick, I mean sick. Both of you guys, I hope you're proud of yourself. You're pounding around.
I'm gonna kill you, fuck to me!
You're gonna have to face him, don't you? All right. Jimmy out here to help Jamison. Boy, the poor son of a gun, and then these guys. Get him out. Come on, Bill. You need some more help. Hey, I'll tell you what, we'll take a break and see if we can get somebody to help Jimmy out. Tommy Rogers, Bobby Fulton, the Fantastic.
These guys can get the crowd going when they hit the door, can't they?
Yeah, they really can. I'll tell you, it's just a pleasure to see some decent wrestlers after what we just saw. And they are exciting. Okay, Davey.
All right, it's going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total weight of 455 pounds from Pensacola, Florida, Pat Rose. And from St. Louis, Missouri, Tony Falk. Going against them at a total weight of 449 pounds from the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California, Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers, the Fantastic. One fall, 15-minute time limit match. The referee, Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, we're about ready to get it going. I got to tell you, Tony Falk says this is the day.
He says the big day is now.
He's going to be on the winning side of a match in here. Tony told me, by the way, that he was getting in shape to win his first match. He'd seen other athletes do it in football and in basketball for the footwork. He is enrolled and is taking ballet lessons, Dave, if you can believe that.
Well, we'll see if it does any good here today. Pat Rose hammering Tommy Rogers. Tommy reversal. Nice one. Middle of the ring. Fired Pat Rose into the ropes and then dropped him on the mat as he came back out of there. Good move by Tommy Rogers for the Fantastic. Pat Rose back to the corner. His partner, Tony Falk, saying, way to go, Pat. There's the tag. Tommy Rogers greeted him with a boot to the midsection. Over to the corner of the tag on Bobby Fulton. Fantastic's looking good. Tony Falk whipped into the turnbuckle. Bobby Fulton with the monkey flip. Popped him out of the corner, and Tony Falk saying, wait a minute, slow down. Bobby Fulton grabs him by the arm, takes him over to the corner. Tommy Rogers in after the tag. Tommy up on the middle rope. He drops down with a double upper arm. Falk reaching for the tag, did not get it on his partner. Nice move by the Fantastics. Great teamwork to make another quick tag. Tommy Rogers hits him with a drop kick, and now Falk is looking for the corner desperately. He got the tag that time, and here comes Pat Rose. Ballet has not done Tony Falk any good so far in this match. Pat Rose with the headlock has Tommy Rogers down on the mat. The shoulders are down. The count was at 1. But Tommy is able to get the right shoulder up off the mat rather easily. Rose does not have him in a very good pin position. 2 minutes gone in this one. 15 minutes, the overall time limit. Pat Rose hanging on to the headlock. Tommy Rogers back on his feet. Rogers gets hit with a shoulder butt. Pat Rose, big, tough guy out of Pensacola, Florida. Wow, he just knocked him down there. This time, Tommy Seth rolled him and comes back with a drop kick. Pat Rose decides, hey, that's enough for me right now. This is not going well for our team. So he has tagged Tony Falk. Falk, again, looking for his first victory, either in tag team or single wrestling action. Going against Bobby Fulton. Hair pulling by Falk. Tony fires Bobby into the ropes. He's the one that catches the shoulder butt coming off of there, though. And Bobby Fulton has him down. And Bobby is the one in control.
I don't think Tony's had enough ballet lessons yet. I mean, after all, he's only had a couple.
Down is 2, 3, that's it. Tony Falk gets pinned, and the Fantastics with a high five in the victory. 3 minutes, 21 seconds, the time on it. Great moves by the Fantastics. The terrific teamwork as always, and it gets them a victory over Pat Rose and Tony Falk here today.
Fantastics with a very impressive move on Rose and Falk, and they end up with a win. We have had previously some comments to make about the Jerry Lawler cassette volume 1 of the story of the King and some of the action. We got some comments from Jerry about it, and we'd like to listen to him right now. Jerry?
Hi, everybody. This is Jerry the King Lawler. And the people at Independent Media Marketing have put together a very special video just for all my fans out there. If you order it right now, you're going to get 60 minutes of wrestling's heart and soul. You're going to see on it some of my most spectacular entrances into the different arenas and coliseums, and also a match that has become a classic all across the country. It happened in Tupelo, Mississippi, and it happened in the concession stand. Also, you're going to see some of my greatest moves, including the big pile driver, and the match that, well, that everybody in the world talked about. The Andy Kaufman feud is all included on there. Also, you're going to see a showdown match with one of my toughest opponents ever, the wild man from Texas, Terry Funk, and it was a bloody and brutal battle. Also, you're going to see some of my most vicious opponents that I've ever faced, including guys like Jimmy Valiant and Joe LeDuc. And then you're going to see the big Jimmy Hart loser leave town match, the match in which I went against Eddie Gilbert to get rid of Jimmy Hart from this area once and for all. You're going to see the King throw the fire. You're going to see wrestling's first music video and much, much more. That's all on this video. And if you order right now, you're going to get a special price. It's only $29.95. Now, this video is not available in stores. You just send $29.95 plus $5.25 for shipping and handling to the Jerry Lawler Video, Post Office Box 3020, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 08034. Or you can call now and order it over the telephone by dialing 1-800-524-2507. It's a free call, 1-800-524-2507. I had a special hand in making this video, and I know all my fans are going to love it. So order yours now.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's got some great memories and moments on it,
Sure
you know,
does.
as I think back on it. I tell you the truth, some of them weren't all pleasant. Most of them, as we look back in retrospect, I don't think if I get 100 years away from Dundee and Landell's tactics and the stuff that happened today, that it will ever come into perspective to where it won't be as bad as it is. You know what I think, Dave? I really think Dundee, he thought he had the whole situation taken care of. He thought he had everything under control. We were a little sick of all of his lip and all of that, but hey, you know, that goes on. But then it happened, and I think Dundee, I swear the guy is losing his mind. I think he sees it slipping away from him, and he's just losing his mind. Oh, I've never seen anything like that. We're going to take time. I'll be back in a moment. Back into the action here in just one moment. By golly, I'll tell you what, a Wednesday night, big night of action going to be there. Joe LeDuc returns, international heavyweight title match, Southern tag team title belt you love, and that returning grudge match between Lawler and Mantell against Dundee and Landell. Well, you know that is going to tear the Coliseum down. Now, I may be losing some journalistic integrity because I say I won't interview somebody, but hey, I've been around long enough. That's the way it is. Dundee and Mantell pre-recorded.
Lance Russell's just like Howard Cosell. He was announcing now, all of a sudden he's got opinions to make. Mr. Announcer, you ain't supposed to have no opinions. You're just supposed to hold the microphone. But all of a sudden, because Jerry Lawler comes to the ring like an idiot, tries to punch my lights out, gouge my eye out, and I complain about it, he throws the microphone down, walks off, and says he doesn't want to talk to you and me. We went down to wrestle. The name of the game's wrestling, Jack, and we came to wrestle, and you came there with something on your fist and tried to take my eye out, Lawler. I had to go to the doctor, but you took the pictures the next day, and I looked like I'd been in a car wreck. And Lawler, you had something on your hand, boy. Well, I'm going to tape this up at 9 o'clock in the morning. It's going to stay in all day, all week if it has to. And I'm coming down there, Lawler, and I'm going to try to kill you, boy. And when I get done with that, man, tell you're going, and then when me and Budro will beat your brains out, we're taking over this company, because Russell, you're gone. Jarrett, Marlon, and everybody else that owns this thing is going to go. But Lawler, we're punching your lights out. Tell him, Budro.
Let me tell you all something. Me and Bill Dundee is running up and down the road signing the autographs and all that stuff, and that didn't get us nowhere but bankruptcy, baby. If you think for one that we come here to sign autographs, then you got another thought coming. If we got to slap Jerry Jarrett's son around, if we got to beat his old lady up, if we got to beat Mighty Marlin up and his wife and his kids, whatever we got to do, Jerry Lawler and Dutch Mantell, you're history, baby. You're ours. And let me tell you one more thing. We're going to own this. That's right, I said it.
Okay, pardon me, we're about ready to go. Got a little frog down there jumping. He's waiting for the next match. About ready to go with the expiration of time one, and there comes J.D. Costello and the Mod Squad. J.D. makes such a big production out of the fact, and he's very proud of it, that these are two former policemen out of New Orleans that were fired, and I don't know what all the bragging about is that. That's nothing to brag about. And the opponents, Larry Hamilton, David Johnson. Okay, Dave, I think we're about ready for the official introduction.
All right, expiration of time match coming up here. Introducing a total weight of 435 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, David Johnson, and his partner from Tampa, Florida, Thunderbolt Hamilton. Going against him at a total weight of 491 pounds. From the Badlands of New Orleans, with their manager, J.D. Costello, Spike and Basher, the Mod Squad. This match to the expiration of time. Referee's Jerry Calhoun.
Well, one thing I'll agree with J.D. about, and that is his team, the Mod Squad. That's physically, they're an impressive. Boy, they are a couple of blocky guys. And they're going to have an interesting little test here today. Larry Hamilton with a great amateur background. Thunderbolt has a lot of amateur titles under his belt and some professional ones. And he's going with a young fella who is very quick, still learning, but awfully fast in David Johnson. And they are off and doing it.
Mike and Basher, the Mod Squad. Drop kick Thunderbolt just put on it. Hamilton had to take on the both of them briefly there, and he did all right. The Mod Squad finding out that they're going against some competition here in Thunderbolt Hamilton. J.D. Costello, the Mod Squad manager, walking around explaining to the crowd that there was a violation in the Mod Squad rule book by Hamilton when he did that.
Nice fireman's carry throw on Spike as
You started all of this out here,
the bell started at J.D. I don't know what your complaint is. Boy, if he's complaining right off the bat here, man, he is not going to have a very pleasant road, because he's got a lot of problems in store for him.
Boy, he sure does, on down the line. Not too far down the line either.
Yeah. Thunderbolt, nice reversal with a hip toss. Rolling arm lock, he hooks it, rolls with it, and snaps him over and down on the deck. And Thunderbolt Hamilton makes the tag on David Johnson, who comes in behind Spike. Spike drops in the elbow. Going right at him. Ooh, Spike caught him with that foot in the midsection. interesting how blocky these two guys are, the Mod Squad. Boy, they are thick.
After the tag, well, they put David Johnson over the top rope.
Our men are obviously going to tear these boys apart. They're obviously suffering from malnutrition. They're probably on food stamps welfare. They're a threat to the government. They're a threat to wrestling, and we're going to put them out of business today.
Oh, well, I guess that came right straight out of the Mod Squad rule book that JD is so proud of carrying around. Leg drop on David Johnson, who comes fighting back. He's struggling. Ooh, takes a big knee to the midsection, broad arm.
Spike and Basher making the tag. David Johnson not having a very good time of it right here against this rugged Mod Squad bunch.
Basher picks him up and dumps him hard, then goes after Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt coming right through those ropes after him, but the referee cut him off.
Now, that was a mistake there. I don't think he realizes Thunderbolt Hamilton will come right after him head on. Mod Squad tags out again.
And yet another tag. Spike and Basher. Basher coming in, and Spike goes out as Johnson fired across the ring. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh, big forearm across the back. They are really working on Johnson, trying to keep him in there. I think they sensed early in the match that Johnson was the one that had the least experience, and he's the smaller of the two. So Spike and Basher have been working on him consistently, trying to keep him away from the corner in the tag on Thunderbolt Hamilton. So far, they've done a good job of it. 4:15 gone in this first ball.
Suplex puts David down in the middle of the ring, and another tag. What are they going to do? The Mod Squad. Man, oh man, right on his head. One.
He picks him up. He won't go for the 3 count. Well, I don't think I've ever seen that before. His partner just threw him down on top of David Johnson at extra momentum. Surely he could have gotten the pin there, but he doesn't do it. Hammers him into the turnbuckles. Body slams him.
Mod Squad, they're well into this match, and they've been staying with, as Dave pointed out, David Johnson.
They cover, might be it. 1, 2, 3. Mod Squad wins it.
Okay, let's take time. We'll be back in just a moment with a second fall of action. To the roughest, strongest guys we've seen in wrestling would be several names, but certainly one of them that would be included would be guy that's coming back to the territory, big French-Canadian Joe LeDuc. Let's take a look at Joe and one of his feats of strength. Joe LeDuc is set in the ring. 5 men on each side, selected from the audience. A total of 10 men. The idea here is not to jerk the arms away, but a slow, steady pull to see whether the strength of 10 men is enough to pull the giant bear hug of Joe LeDuc apart. LeDuc will attempt to hold it for about 15 to 30 seconds. Everybody is set. Eddie Marlin, promoter Herman Sheffield. They'll be counting 1, 2, 3, go, and then the pull starts. There they go. One side's pulling the other. They're pulling back. Look at LeDuc hold on against 10 men with those hands locked firmly in that bear hug grip. Joe LeDuc holding against 10 men, and that's it. He did it. He was able to withstand the strength and pull of 10 men. So the victor is going to be Joe LeDuc in the arm pulling contest.
I've got a maid. She can clean up. She can come and clean up all this.
LeDuc picks him up.
You tell everybody how crazy I am. I'm going to show you I'm not that crazy. Look at that!
I'm not crazy.
LeDuc, look out!
Joe LeDuc is back. And I'm not crazy like everybody thinks.
Certainly.